In this tutorial we are going to make a postcard. File, new. Postcards are usually 5x7, so I'm going to go to my photo. Here is a 5x7 canvas. As you can see, 7x5 or 5x7. It is landscape, 300 dpi, RGB, and white is fine. Create. And what I'm going to do first, I'm going to open my image that I want as a postcard. Here I have a photo of New York. With my move tool, I'm going to click, hold that click, bring it over to my postcard and drop it. I'm going to resize. If you do not see these little handles around your image, is because you need to turn on this right here. It says show transform controls. You only have to turn it on once and it will stay. I'm going to fill my canvas with this image. I'm going to hold shift on my keyboard and I'm going to pull from this corner right here. This one constrains the image and it does not allow it to distort. And I'm going to center it right there. I'm going to accept the changes. Now my canvas is filled with New York picture. I'm going to double click and rename this BG, which means background. I'm going to duplicate, Control J. Now I have two copies. The background copy, I'm going to lock it, and the BG copy I'm going to leave unlocked. Now I'm going to type I love New York. Now I'm going to make my text larger. If I just hold my cursor right here, it turns into a little arrow. As you can see, double-sided arrow. If I go this way, it gets larger, and of course the other way goes smaller. That's pretty good for me. I'm going to center this. It says here I love New York. I'm going to make it a little larger. Now I want the NY to be closer to I love, so I'm going to go to my text properties. I'm going to click this here, properties, and this part here is called the leading. Again, if you put your mouse cursor on top of it, there are two arrow keys, so I'm going to drag left, and as you can see, my text is getting closer to the first line. 97 is fine. And you know what, I'm going to do it like this. I love New York. Yep, that's cool. Now I'm going to bring my background copy on top of my text. I'm going to put this image inside of my text. I'm going to hit the Alt on my keyboard, and then once I get that icon, I'm going to click on my mouse. As you can see, there's a little arrow pointing downwards to the text, which means this image is inside of the text. If I turn off my background layer, you can see that the image is indeed inside of the text. Now, I do not want to move the background, and I don't want to move the text right now, and I don't want to move the background that is right here. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put a little bit of some effects on my text. I'm going to go to my effects, I'm going to go to stroke, and I'm going to stroke my text with red. Maybe 5 is fine. I'm going to drop shadow. I'm going to make sure this is the way I want it. That looks pretty good to me. I'm going to hit OK, and now I'm going to turn on the background, and I'm going to unlock it for right now. I'm going to right click, convert to smart object. The reason I'm converting this to a smart object is because if I put any filter on it, I can go back afterwards and make changes to it. So now I'm going to go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur. and I'm going to blur my background image to about 7 is fine. Going to hit OK, and as you can see here we have a postcard, and the only thing you can move without distorting the postcard is your text. See, I can still move my text around just like that. I'm going to leave it right there so I can see that building inside the eye. And this here is how you create a postcard.